Have you ever wondered why some of the best content creators today have the most irrelevant, weird, and just strange videos from the past? Well, other than a lack of experience, it generally takes people a very long time to pin down a style and decide the type of video they want to make. I want to start this off by mentioning that not every YouTube store is a success. This may be obvious to a lot of you, but when I was only watching people like Domix and Mystery Music Man, I was always confounded when they were so thankful about how many people have subscribed and how they always say they didn't expect to get this far. In my bad brain, I was always like, of course you succeed. Your videos are good. If your videos are good, more people will subscribe. I was a foolish bab at the time, and now I've been able to see how things truly are. Let me put it this way. Success on YouTube early on is a simple equation. To get success, you simply have to A. Have a good video, B. Have a good thumbnail, C. Have a good title, D. Upload it at the right time. And lastly, the most integral part of this entire formula, you have to be lucky. Having a good video idea means absolutely nothing if you're not lucky. Now I know that whole tangent seemed really off track for this video, but I guarantee you it's extremely important. The entire spiel is what you're looking for when you start making videos. After you get that initial boost, you need to build your fan base, gauge what they like, gauge what they don't like, find out what you enjoy making, yada yada yada. But because it can be so unpredictable, it could take you a couple of weeks of making videos to get success, or by the time that the heat death of the universe has come about, you've gone about a dozen subscribers. Which sucks. If I could magically have people's channels succeed after making videos for 3 years, I 100% would, but I don't think anyone wouldn't. The problem is that obviously doesn't happen, and a lot of the time it's for the better. When anyone uploads videos for a couple of years without going anywhere, they're not going to stay the same. Not only as a person, but either directly or indirectly through their content. And this is almost always for the better. Unless people are really desperate for views, they'll continue making videos in a style they like. Early on, people will borrow from people, intentionally or not, and that's not a bad thing. They then start to deviate towards what they find entertaining themselves, whether it's an unedited 4 or 5 minute video with no commentary, or it's a 13-second video you'll regret for the rest of your life. The reason the system needs to be like this is because it develops your style of content. That's the closest thing you'll ever get to branding in video form. Like if I ask a question like this, you'll probably recognize that as a reference to Vsauce. Or if I play a solid 2 seconds of a song, you might recognize who it's from, despite it being, well, a song. You might wonder how people come up with these little quirks that make their channels so recognizable. It's usually what starts off as what seems like an insignificant detail in a much larger video that develops into one of these reoccurring themes. There are almost no channels that don't have personality, no matter how subtle it may be. Upon first glance, Etho seems like he just uploads unedited Minecraft Let's Plays. This is what I thought for many years. Then I started actually watching him. In less editing intensive videos like Etho's, all of the entertainment must come from either the game or the person playing it. Now, I love Minecraft, but the game can be a whole lot more fun to play than to watch. That just leaves it up to the person. I've watched a few of Etho's videos and the entirety of the Pixelmon series up to today, but it doesn't even seem like I have the slightest understanding of his channel. Why is this? There are so many running jokes and obscure references that it would take days to explain all of them in detail. It's gotten to the point where just finding diamonds can devolve into a long and complicated story that has led up to this point and subsequently Etho throwing the diamonds out in one way or another. This joke you're seeing right now is nearly 8 years in the making. This is what makes people fun to watch on YouTube. Nearly any joke you make on this site has inevitably been told before. But what difference is there? Presentation. That's what happens when you upload videos to yourself and a couple other people, probably family members, for a couple months. You go a little crazy. So you experiment. This isn't just restricted to people early on too. It could be anyone at any point. RT Game decided to make variety content and look where he is now. PewDiePie decided to make a Minecraft Let's Play and look where he is, and Minecraft is now for that matter. Alex Myers was making some amazing video essays, then he made a different kind of video. Look where he is now. And none of these are ever the first time. That absolutely amazing video series you can't get enough of might have been the person's second attempt. It could have been their 400th attempt. But it sucks. The title of this video isn't, oh well it's annoying or it's an inconvenience. It sucks. You get no advice, you get no help, you get no guidance, you're alone for a very long time. Just to get constructive criticism, you need a certain threshold of comments on each video before people feel like they can speak their mind without being judged. I know no one will see this type comments, if you know what I mean. I've thought a lot about how long it took me to start making videos I now see as actual content a lot. It's started to annoy me so much I went into a Discord server for people making videos and practically begged the moderators to make a chat purely for constructive criticism. After asking what felt like many times, they finally let me have my wish. Since that server was made, I've reviewed hours and hours of video, and I can truly say a lot of people have no idea what they're doing. Now that may seem like a mean thing to say or a bad thing, but it's actually really subjective. I mean, I personally would say people who make Reddit reading videos don't know what they're doing, but apparently there's millions and millions of people who don't agree with me. So what can I say? Nothing. I can point out smaller flaws in the videos and the editing, but I can't criticize the core content. I may not like it, but as I discussed before, that doesn't mean millions of others won't like it. So what does that person have to do? Well, once they've improved their content, absolutely nothing. Just wait to be lucky. Is there a way to tell that the content would be enjoyed by millions? No. Not unless you're doing the exact same thing as other YouTubers. So what do people do when they are happy with their content and they don't grow? They change it over and over and over and over and over again until they either succeed or give up. I think an analogy would sum all of this up best. Let's say content creators are people spinning a wheel, except it's a wheel with infinitely many slices. They give it a good spin, and it spins and spins until either they or someone else yells stop. The content creator then builds and builds and builds until they become a master of their craft. You may wonder who that someone else is? Well, it's you, the viewer. What you can take away from this is to be as vocal as you can when you enjoy someone's content, with what you like and what you dislike about it. And equally important is to all those people trying to make videos right now. It sucks. I know it sucks. It has to suck. Just be patient. The worst possible thing that could happen is your hobby stays as a personal hobby. Good luck.